Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I just thought I would come along and do a craft with me. I'm working on a journal. It is a special order, custom order, whatever you want to call it. It's a little golden book with all jazzed up pretty much. I usually don't do my little golden books like this with the lace and stuff and all the extras, but this person requested it, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just working on this little golden book. She wanted it to be with clowns, so I had zero clown stuff, so I've just had to kind of come up with some stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just working on this little journal. And right now I'm just cutting out little tags that I made on my Photoshop program. So yeah, I just thought I would turn the camera on while I'm playing or working or whatever you want to call it. I call it playing because I enjoy it, even though I am working. This is my job. Oops, I just messed that one up. We will fix it. So what are you guys doing today? I probably should have just went live and did this, but I didn't know how long that I would have, because I have to get the baby again today, so I didn't know how long. My daughter's going to be bringing her, so I didn't know how long I would have before she brought her, and I didn't want to have to just, you know, like cut everybody off if I was live, so I figured I'd just do it like a craft with me. So I made some that have little sentiments, some of the little tags. This one says, a clown's makeup and character. That's all he has to sell. He loves and believes in that character. And that is by the famous clown, Emmett Kelly. I don't know a whole lot about clowns, but I have learned quite a bit about clowns just since I've been working on this little journal. So I kind of feel like I'm in slow motion today, so y'all just bear with me. I don't know. I just, you ever have one of those days where you just feel like you can't get anything accomplished? That's kind of where I'm at today. So I'm just trying to push through and accomplish something. Some days it just seems a lot more difficult than others. And I had some shipping that I needed to do, and some orders that I need to fill, and I will fill those today, but I just needed to work on a book today. You ever have that where you feel like you're doing all the, you know, the little nitpicky stuff of running a business, and sometimes you just need to have fun? So that's what I needed today. I needed to have fun. So now I also made some bigger tags, and I used some images that I found on the internet. Because I'm not, you know, I don't know about copyrights and all that, but I'm not trying to sell these. I'm just adding them to one of my books, so I don't think that that infringes. If anybody knows any differently, let me know, because I think I'm okay, but you never know this day and time, and I seem to sometimes get some nasty comments from people about stuff, and it's like things that I didn't even know about. So I am always up to learn something new. I know this is very boring for y'all to watch me cut up these embellishments, but once I get them cut up, then I'm going to start decorating the book with it. So what I may do, I may pause the video so that you don't have to watch me do all of this, and get them all cut up, and then come back when I'm ready to put them in the book. So what is y'all's process when y'all do a journal, when y'all create one? Like, I have a certain process that I don't think it was really like a process that I created. It was just kind of a process that I fell into. Like it was just the normal thing for me to do, you know, each step as I'm making the journals. And so I didn't really particularly like come up with a process, but I tend to stick to the same process, I guess is what I'm saying. So what kind of process do you guys follow? Do you have a specific process that you follow? Like when I do my journals, the first thing I do is I pick the cover, and then I go through and I pick what pages I want to go into the journal. And then once I have those pages picked, then I cut everything up to the size pages that I need. And then I get them all folded. And then I figure out what kind of order I want them in the book. So I go through that process. And then once I'm finished doing that, then I usually will do any sewing that I'm going to do in the journal. Like I sew on the lace on the edges, the lace or the fabric on the edges of the pages. I sew in any pockets or ephemera that I want sewn on instead of, you know, just attached or glued or whatever. So that's kind of the process that I follow. But I was just curious to know if you guys have a different process, and if so, what is that process? So let me know in the comments below, because I'm interested to know what your order of business is, so to speak. I might want to leave that bottom. I might want to maybe sew a ruffle on the bottom or something, so I'll leave that for now. So anyways, I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me cut all of this stuff up. So I'm going to pause it, get everything cut up, and then I'll come back. So hang on. Okay, I have my ephemera cut up mostly. You know, some of these white background pieces, I may trim them up here and there or whatever, and I'll probably do some inking around the edges. I don't know why I can't talk today. My brain just does not want to work today. So I just thought I would get them together kind of in little stacks, I guess. Maybe by size. I don't even know. So anyways, I'm not even going to do that. We're just going to scoot them over and get started on the book. But I gotta go grab a water. Hang on. Okay, so now that I have something to drink, we can get started putting stuff in the book. And I think I might want to put like a little piece of lace or something right here, but I'll do that in a little bit. So basically what I do, once I get my book picked, I have no idea what that was, but okay. Once I get my book picked, that's so funny. Then, you know, I put all my pages together. I picked the pages and I put all my papers together. And I wanted this book to be bright and very colorful, because that speaks to me of clowns. You know, but I also wanted to add some vintagey looking stuff in it too, so that I could mix it together. And so then once I get them all put together, then I pick out what trims I want on the edges. And I wanted something just kind of random for this clown book. So I did just kind of a mix of different trims and laces and fabrics. And so I love this one. This to me reminds me of a clown collar. So I have a blue one and a pink one in here of that same material, and I just thought they were cute in here together. And then of course you have to have the stars and the whimsical little, you know, patterns and things like that with the polka dots and the chevrons and all that good stuff. So yeah. So that's what I do. I pick my pages, put them together, sew on my little stuff, my little fabrics and ribbons and things like that. And then I sew it into the book. And then once I get all of that done, well, I sew in my pockets and stuff because I have, you know, several different pockets that, you know, I want to sew in. So I sew those in, then I sew the book together. And now it's time to decorate. So that's where we are in the process. And you guys know me, I don't like white pages, so I will probably put something on every page, whether it be like, you know, just like a little sticky note or something. Something will be on every white page. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I was excited because I got to use some of my my 7 Gypsies and Canvas Core papers in here, and so I'm going to be using these in here as well because I thought those would look cool, you know, in with the clown decor. So I probably need to cut these up real quick too. Let me just scoot this over and cut these up real quick and I'll come right back. Okay, so I got these cut up, and I think I want to use some of these as pockets because I just love the designs on them, and I think they go really cool for a clown journal. So we'll put those there. Those are from the Canvas Core, and the one is orange patchwork on white, and the other one is gold patchwork on white. I believe I have them in my shop. If not, get in touch with me. Send me a message on Etsy, and I can get those for you. Because I have some of those left, so if you want some, just let me know. Alright, so we're going to bring the book back over. I think that's my coffee pot. I need coffee. So I made some coffee. And I want a pocket. Now this is some of my 7 Gypsies paper, or the Canvas Core paper, which is, you know, one and the same. This is from the Christmas pack. I think I have the pack in here. Let me see. It's from this pack. So it just has, you know, and I thought, how cool would those be in a clown book too? So you can use them not just for Christmas, but other things as well. So that one's from that book. I mean, that pack. And this one is just one of the single sheets that I have. And I think I might have these listed in my Etsy shop too. So anything that you see that you know, are interested in, just let me know and I'll be glad to get you hooked up with it. Alright, so I think I want one of these orange ones since there's orange stars over here. But I don't want stars because I think it would be too much stars. That one's kind of cool, but it kind of looks like stars. That one's too white, so it'd be between these two. And I kind of like this one. So that's kind of the process that I go through of picking, you know, out what I'm going to use to go in my journals for pockets and things like that. So I'm going to move some of this stuff because I need to pull my trimmer out and have room on my desk for it, because I'm going to need to trim this pocket a little bit. So we'll trim him down real quick and save my scraps. Yeah, I think that'll be a super cute little pocket. So we're just going to glue him in. And what I do at this point, the first thing I do when I start getting ready to decorate my journals is I'll just go through and I'll put all the pockets in. Make sure that I try and put them in evenly, but I don't always, you know. Sometimes I just like random, but I just try to go through, put all the pockets in, and that way the pockets have time to dry. The glue on the pockets have time to dry as I'm going through the book and putting other pockets in. So here's a chenille pocket on this cool design. This one's just a plain page, so I may put, you know, something real colorful on this page, like maybe something like this, just kind of clip it on or something. So we'll see, but I'll come back and do that. I want to do the pockets first. So I don't put a pocket on every page because to me it's too much bulk, and it just kind of gets in the way if you have too much bulk. So I think I want, since this is yellow, orange, and you can see it, you know, past the Dick and Jane page, I think I'm going to put some yellow right here for a pocket. And these can be used as journaling cards too. You know, you can tuck them in a pocket. You can round the corners if you want to, or whatever. But I really like this flower one. I can't tell which way the flowers are supposed to go. Okay, so let's not use that one right now. I like this one. I think I like it that way. So we just need to trim him up a little bit. Hopefully this won't be boring for y'all, but I just figured I'd let the camera play while I'm doing it and chit chat with you guys. I always get too much glue, but that's okay. I love the hot air balloons, and I just think the colors went really cute with the clown journal, so put some of those in there. I think I want a pocket here, and this kind of has pinkish stuff, so I don't think the yellow, the yellow stars would look cute, but I'm just not liking that. So let me grab some of my scraps, hold my page. Alright, these are the scraps from the pages that I used in the journal. I always save my scraps so I can come back to the pages or come back to the scraps and see if, you know, if there's anything I want to use for pockets or anything like that. Love, love, love the Harlequin pattern. I'm just trying to look and see what might go with the pink clown costume here, or what might complement it. The green polka dots are kind of cute. I'm going to sit that one out. And I don't think I need anything vintagey on that page, so I think I'm going to go with the green polka dots. However, I also have this that might make, no, there's too much white. Okay, let's do the green polka dots. Let me trim this off. That one is from the Christmas pack. It's the lime green and white dot reverse. That's from the Seven Gypsies. Alright, so let me do a little bit of a measurement here. And y'all know I don't measure, I just kind of eyeball. Okay. I like him. I'm kind of thinking I want some different shaped pockets, but I'll go ahead and glue this one on, and the next one I'll do a different shape. I always just go around my pocket edges with a napkin or a paper towel or whatever, just to make sure if any of the glue seeps out, it doesn't get on the pages. And you know, I still have the pages that'll stick together some, but that's okay. Ooh, I also have these little bags that I made out of this cool paper. I got this pack. I've had this for a long time. I think I got it on a clearance somewhere. But you can make bags. You can make all different kinds of things with it. It's that, and it feels like that paper. So I made I made a couple of pockets out of it. And I thought these would be cute to go in the clown journal with the colors. So I may put that on one of these pages for a pocket. Love, love, love this red with the cards. Maybe I'll put this here for a pocket. And I might be thinking I wish I would have sewn this on, but I still like it. And I think what I might do is washi it in. Let me see what kind of washi we have. Nope. Yep, I like this washi. Looks like confetti to me. Okay. And I don't like my washi to be cut. I kind of like it to be ripped or torn because I just like the look of that. And then what I'll do is I'll go back and trim it up if I need to. And sometimes, if I need a straight edge, I'll take an old card or something to that effect and line it up, and then you just rip. Y'all couldn't even see that, could you? I'm so sorry. I'll show it to you the next time. Crazy, crazy, because I have another bag to go in, so. I started to say remind me to show you, but you can't remind me to show you because I'm not live. So I'm just going to trim that off a little bit so it doesn't stick to my page. Okay, so there's a pocket. So now what I do is I'll go count the pockets that I've put in so far because we're into the middle of the signature. And then in the next half of the signature, I want to make it even. So we got a bag. Oh, cool. I didn't realize I had that paper right. But that's okay. One pocket. Two. Three. Four. Okay, so I have 4 pockets on this side of the signature. So we'll do 4 pockets on this side of the signature. Okay. I almost want some muted colors right here. Let me see what I've got. I think I want some of these. And I think I like this one. Yep. Yeah, I like that. So that'll be a pocket. Okay. I love, love, love these children's book pages. It was from a really, really old book that I found at a thrift store, and I love how vibrant the colors are. Here's 2 pockets. Let's put one here by the whales. What kind of pocket do I want? I think I want one of these. Sorry I'm so quiet today. I think I'm just concentrating. It's hard to always, you know, talk and chatter while you're crafting, because sometimes your brain is completely focused on your project. Let me grab some ink. I think I want to use this color ink because it kind of matches the page over next to it. So we're just going to ink around the edges here just to give it a little definition, because it has such a white background and it's going on a cream background. So I just want to kind of make it pop off the page, and I don't need a whole lot of ink, just enough to kind of give it a defined edge. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Get my lid on my ink. Yeah, see, that just makes it stand out just enough. I don't know what the issue is with my tongue today, but I cannot talk correctly. I think I'm just really, really tired. I had my grandbaby for the past 2 days, and y'all, she's 2 going on 3. She'll be 3 this month. And holy crow, I now know why God didn't make us to have babies at this late of an age, because I'm exhausted. Oh, she wears me out. I love, love, love when she comes, but she spent the night with us the night before last, and she sleeps in the bed between me and her boppy. And she kicked me in the stomach about 50 times through the night. I was like, holy cow, kid, would you stop kicking me, please? So, yeah, it was a sleepless night. And then, you know, I kind of like that to go there. Sleepless night, and then I had to get up yesterday and take her to the dentist. And that was an ordeal in itself, because she's terrified of the dentist. So, fighting that battle was no fun at all. And then, of course, after she went to the dentist, you have to take them and get them a treat if they do good. And she did do good. You know, and so I took her shopping and let her pick out a book. And so by the time I got home, which she was tired too, because she was like, she wasn't just asleep in the car. She was freaking snoring in the car. Like, dead asleep snoring. No faking. She was just straight snoring. So, I get her home, and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get... I mean, I used to do this when I was younger and had kids. Okay, here, I was going to show you guys how to do this. So I just put my washi tape on. I take a card, an old card or gift card or whatever, and I put it down at the edge, wherever I want the straight edge to be, and then I just tear it, and then you get the straight edge. So anyways, as I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting everything plus her out of the car with her a wimp noodle because she was so asleep, my son came out there and he was like, Mom, do you need some help? I didn't realize you were here. So I had my hands full with all the stuff and was trying to figure out how to get her out. And so he came to the rescue and got her out of the car for me. And I'm telling you, I was just so exhausted last night. Her mom got here, I guess, around 10 o'clock. She works a lot. And so she got here around 10 o'clock last night. And I'm telling you, I couldn't hardly hold my eyeballs open. And she laughed so hard at me. I was like, I'm telling you, I'm too old for this mess anymore. She just laughed. She thought it was funny. So, okay, I just really like these florals. And I'm going to use them. Even though it's a clown book, I'm going to use the florals. So just trim him down a little bit. So, yeah. So, I was very, very exhausted yesterday. And I have some things that I need to catch up on today, you know, because if you're not in your studio for a day, that's when things kind of go crazy, and you know, people need you and you can't get to them. So I'm playing catch up today, but this lady's been waiting on this journal for a while, so I need to get it finished so that I can get it to her. I got ink on my fingers. Alright, let me count my pockets. 1, 2. Did I count the bag? I don't remember. A lot of good that does, huh? 3. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all. 4. 5. Okay. I think we're good on pockets in this one. So then I go to the next signature and I do it all over again. So I'm going to do 4 pockets in the front of this signature and 4 pockets in the back of this signature. So that's where we'll go to now. And you know what? I might just pause it. Let me see what amount of time we're on. Yeah. I think I'm going to pause it, do my pockets, and then come back. And that way you don't have to watch that whole process. And then you can watch me fill the pockets and do some decorating. I was just going to come back real quick and tell y'all, sometimes the way I choose which pages my pockets will go on is if there's a page that needs color. So like here, I mean, it's a white page, but there's color here. You know, this is a white page, but there's color here. White page, but there's color here. Those sweet babies. You know, and so then I get here, and there's color here. And so then I get here, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of really, really plain. So I'll pick this page to put a pocket on, and that just gives it a little more color. So just kind of wanted to show y'all that real quick while I'm finishing up the pockets. Okay, so I have my base pockets on. And now what I do is I'm going to go back through the book and look at it and see what ephemera I want where. And I also printed some ephemera out on coffee dyed paper just because I think it's super cool to mix and match. And she did say that she likes vintage clowns. So I'm just going to trim this up because I'm probably going to fold this up and put it in here somewhere as like a journaling space. I just really, really like this multicolored rhombus harlequin type pattern. I think it's super cute to go with clowns. So I'm just gonna fold him up. And I might make him have folded edges just to give it a little more decoration. Man, I swear I feel like I'm in slow motion today. Do y'all ever have days like that where you just feel like you can't get anything done? Like you just can't move any faster. I guess I'm just really, really tired. And then I'm going to measure this. So see, it's going to be a little bit long for my book. So I'm just going to cut a little bit up off the top. I probably should have done that before. Before I folded it. That's okay. Alright, so now I'm going to scoot. Let me put this paper pack back. Scoot some of this over so that I can get to, and I pulled out some old vintage music pages that Selena had sent me. I just love this. It's so pretty, and I thought that would be really cool to put, you know, maybe do some clusters on some pages. So let's just go. Now this is pockets that I made from that same paper pack that I showed you that I made the other little sacks out of. It's got that waxy feel on the inside. So we'll need something for this pocket. And a lot of times too, I like to put extra paper that I used in the book in the pockets, just so that the recipient can have some extra goodies to play with, you know, when they get their journal. You know, they have some extra paper that already matches the journal. So think I'm going to put these two in here. These two again are from that Christmas collection from Canvas Core. And maybe I'll turn one this way so that when you flip it over this way, you get that color too. Yeah. So those can either be, excuse me, those can either be used as journaling cards, or they can be used, you know, to cut them up and decorate throughout the book. Okay, so now we have this pocket. So now I'm just going to kind of go through my ephemera, see what I have. I have this that I printed out that I think is super cute. It's kind of like the circus tent look or whatever. But I think it's going to be too big for the pocket, so it might just be something that I have to clip in. Oh no, he's super cute. I might have to, I really like him a lot. Let's see how he looks in there. See, I just kind of don't want his face hid. I don't know. Let me just go through. And this is what I do, guys. This is the process. So it takes time and patience and creativity and literally a love for journaling. He's cute too. I'm going to leave him sitting there. I might use him on the front of that as a decoration on the front of that pocket. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do with him. So I just want some journaling cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of my clown ephemera that I have printed out here. And then, oh, he might be cute in there. Then I will go back and add more things. I need to trim that one up a little bit. I'm going to add more things to the pockets because I want to put some vintage items in each book that I do as well. And so just trim him down a little bit. And I think I want to round the corners. And I might even take some ink around the corners just to kind of make this pop a little bit. So, I don't think do I want the turquoise one? Yeah, I think the turquoise one will look okay on this. Or whatever color it's called. It's called Serene by Colorbox. That's the name of this ink. Just enough to make the edges pop off of that cream background. So I will come back to this. No, actually I think I might go ahead and do it now. I want something underneath this. Maybe like some fabric or some lace. Let me see what I've got. I have all kinds of little snippets down here of stuff. Got some more of that. Maybe I'll just make some tails with it to kind of come off the edge like that. And then what else do I want? I usually like to put a few layers when I'm doing like a layered something. I like this lace up against this orange. Hang on, I'm digging for stuff. Just pilfering through here to see what I've got. Hang on, because I cut some little strips out of some of my papers. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm not really paying attention to the camera because I get into what I'm doing. So what I want to do first is I just want to go ahead and secure these. That didn't work out too well because there was a glob. Let's try that again. I just want to secure these two pieces of little lacy white tags or tabs or whatever you want to call them. And I just kind of slop some glue on there because you're not going to be able to see it anyway. And then I have some eyelash trim that I want to put on that. And this is going to need some edging. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick before I forget and pop him on there without doing it, because then that would stink. Let me see where we're at on our time. Okay, we're at 41 minutes. So I'll do about 10 more minutes of it, and then I'll turn the camera off and finish it, and then come back and show you guys what I got accomplished. I'll show you the finished flip through. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, I have this green eyelash trim, and I like it with these colors. So what I'm going to do is just wind it around my finger. Before I do that though, I want to see where I want these at. If I can pick him up. And I don't want him on there straight. So maybe I want this down here at the bottom corner. Nope, I don't like that. Maybe I want him here. Just to have a little bit peeking out. I don't like that either. Yep, it's a real complicated process, guys. This is how I do it. I am sure that you guys have a lot better process than I have. Excuse me, but this is just how I have to do it. This is how my creative juices flow. I think it's my I have ADD and OCD, so that makes for a lot of trouble when I'm trying to decorate these journals. Okay, I want this on here. I just don't know where I want it. And I just want it poking out just a little bit, just to add a little bit of a pop of color. I kind of like it on that side, but I don't like the way it's laying. We're going to make it a little bigger. And then we're going to fold the center together, kind of like a bow. Maybe I could do it like a little bow down here. Or maybe a bow right here. That's where it's going. We're just going to do it and be done with it. And when you're doing it like this, you definitely need a skewer, because if not, you're going to burn your fingers. Alright, so we're going to put him there, and then I want a button. That's what I want. A little thin button. Woo! I almost just dropped that whole tray of buttons, y'all. That would have been an absolute disaster. It would have been horrible. Trying to decide if I want an orange button. Yep. I want an orange button. I like it. Oops. I'm dropping everything. See, I pull stuff out when I'm decorating these books. I pull 40 million things out, and I use 2 of them. But you never know till you try, right? Darn, my glue squeezed through my buttonholes. I didn't mean for it to do that. We got it. And I kind of liked this on here, but I think he don't go now. So he's going back in the drawer. All right. So that's why it takes me so long to do a journal. Oops, sorry guys, my camera cut off on me and I didn't realize that it had cut off, so I did this whole pocket and y'all weren't even watching, so sorry about that. But my camera is very, very low charged battery, so I'm probably gonna have to cut the video off pretty soon anyways. So I just kind of wanted to show you, this is the next pocket. I put a little journaling card in there, and then I've put some tulle, little button, and a ball pen with a Scrabble piece with the letter E, because this guy's name is Emmett Kelly. And then I have this fabric here, and I thought I would cut out some of these cute little sentiments. You know, like think happy thoughts or something like that to go maybe on the pocket too. So I'm going to do that. I think I like to think happy thoughts. Let's cut that one out. Don't know how well I'm going to do with cutting these squares, but you know, because y'all know I can not cut straight for nothing. You would think having a straight line there to guide me would help, but it usually doesn't. Don't know why. I think it's a left-handed thing. I've heard that left-handed people can't cut, and I've also heard, I used to work at, years and years and years ago, I think I was like 15, I worked at a little country little restaurant, and the owner said, are you left-handed? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you cannot peel potatoes. I was like, why not? Which I don't care, because I hate peeling potatoes anyway. But he was like, left-handed people are heavy-handed, and they'll peel away half the potato, and you won't have any potato left when you get done. So he never would let me peel the potatoes. So I guess we're heavy-handed. I don't know. I think I might want to sew around this or something, make it super cute. Maybe put a little pink background behind it. I have some pink fabric over here. This pink fabric. That might overwhelm that though. But if I just had a little bit of it poking out, it might not be too bad. So let's try it. Just enough to give it a background up against that white. So I'm just going to cut a little corner out here. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to sew this. Hang on. Okay, so I sewed around it and just sewed the little pink piece to it. And I think I want to just kind of add that right there, just in a whimsical way. Just add it to that pocket. So I'm going to use hot glue, since it's fabric against fabric, and I don't have any of the Fabri-Tac. So we're improvising, and we're just going to do this. And I guess you could use Aleene's tacky glue too, but it just takes forever to dry. So we're just going to do it this way. So yeah, so this is kind of the way I go about my journals. The smart people, the really good smart people, they create all of their ephemera at one time and decorate their pockets and do all of that before they put them into the journal. I am a visual person, so I have to like see it. I have to see it all together to see what works. So that's why I do it this way. So I guess I say, you know, the really smart people do it the other way, but I think it's just the way you learn or the way that you create. So this is how I create. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off now because my phone battery is dying and it keeps cutting me off. So I'll go ahead and turn it off now. I'll finish decorating it, and then y'all be looking out because I'll come back and do a complete flip through of the journal once it's finished. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope I didn't bore y'all too bad. Just kind of playing along and playing around. So you guys have a great day. Hit like, hit subscribe if you like the video. If you want to subscribe, you know the drill. So give me some love. Leave me any comments or questions below. And you guys have an awesome day. Big hugs.